Hello again, welcome to a new program. Welcome to class number 1119. Fijaos donde pongo el and. 1119. Siempre antes de los 10, 19. 1119. That's a lot of programs. So, shall we begin? Let's begin. Let's start. Let's begin. Let's initiate it with Gain Fluency, page 88. 88 at the top. Shall we? Shall we? ¿Os parece? Shall we? ¿Lo hacemos? All right, at the top, page 88. How much do I owe you? How much do I owe you? In this? How much do I owe you? How much do I owe you? How much do I owe you? I owe you. Yo te debo. ¿Cuánto te debo? How much do I? Do es el auxiliar, claro. Owe, escrito ove. W, owe. How much do I owe you? How much do I owe you? I remember I borrowed $5,000. To borrow is tomar prestado. Pedir prestado. To borrow. Borrow. I remember I borrowed $5,000, but I paid back $2,200 last year. And then another $500 last July. Remember? That means I still owe you $2,300. Is that right? All right. Some mathematics here. All right. How much do I owe you? How much do I owe you? I remember I borrowed $5,000, but I paid back $2,200 last year, and then another $500 last July. July. Yes. So that's 2,800. No, 2,700. Yeah. That means, ¿qué significa eso? Eso significa que. That means that, or that means that segundo opcional. That means I still owe you. Todavía te debo. That means I still owe you 2,300. Is that right? Yeah. One more time. How much do I owe you? I remember I borrowed $5,000, but I paid back $2,200 last year, and then another $500 last July. That means I still owe you $2,300. Is that right? Yes, that's right. You still owe me $2,300, and I haven't charged you interest. Yes. I lent you the $5,000 3 years ago, and the inflation is 5% per year. Okay, so I should receive $2,300 with a little bit of interest. Don't you think that's fair? Don't you think that's fair? How much do I owe you? ¿Qué te debo? I remember when I came to Spain, the first time I went to a bar with a Spaniard, he said to the bartender, ¿Qué le debo? I said, well, what did you say? I asked him for the bill. Yeah, but how did you say it? I said, ¿Qué le debo? ¿Qué le debo? I say, ¿Cuánto cuesta? How much does it cost? ¿Cuánto es? But he said, what do I owe you? What do I owe you? Yes. Do you owe me any money? Do you owe me any money? No? Do I owe you any money? Do I owe you any money? No? So we don't owe money to each other. We are debt-free. Libre de deuda. Debt-free. Fijaos, debt con B muda. Debt. Do you owe me a favor? No me debes un favor. Do you owe me a favor? No. Do I owe you a favor? No. We don't owe favors to each other. All right. The next one, paragraph number 2 on page 88. I don't want to get into an argument about this, eh? It's not worth it. I don't want to get into an argument about this. It's not worth it. If you insist on keeping Carter in your department, that's fine. He's a weak link in the chain. You know it as well as I do. I don't want to get into an argument about this. I don't want to get into an argument. I don't want, claro, no quiero entrar, se dice en inglés, meterse en un argumento, una discusión. I don't want to get into an argument. Remember in English, discusión is argue. Fijaos en la pronunciación de la U. Argument. Arguno, argue. Argument. Discussion in English no es discusión. Discussion is un parloteo, una conversación sobre un tema. That's a discussion. An argument is discutir. Y we say to get into, como meterse en, to get into your car, to get into the elevator, to get into a mess, meterse en un buen lío, to get into trouble, meterse en líos con la policía, problemas, to get into trouble, and to get into an argument. Yes, I don't want to get into an argument with you. Dice with you aquí? No, I don't want to get into an argument about this, sobre aquello, sobre esto. I don't want to get into an argument about this. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. No vale la pena. It's not worth it. It is not worth, W-R-T-H, it. It dos veces, al principio y al final. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I don't want to get into an argument about this. It's not worth it. If you insist on keeping Carter, un tal Carter, si insistes en mantener a Carter en tu departamento, ya tú. If you insist on keeping Carter in your department, that's fine. Bien. That's fine. He's a weak link in the chain. He's a weak link, parece chino, weak link. He's a weak link in the chain, en la cadena, eslabón débil. Link, un link, te mando un link, se dice aquí, no mucho, te mando un link, un enlace. Weak, link es un eslabón de cadena, además de enlace. It's weak, and weak es débil, es un débil eslabón. El Carter este, okay? Yes, he's a weak link in the chain. You know that. You know it as well as I do. Tú lo sabes tanto como yo. You know it as well as I do. You know it as well as I do. Yes, sir. I don't want to get into an argument about this. It's not worth it. If you insist on keeping Carter in your department, that's fine. He's a weak link in the chain. You know it as well as I do. You know it as well as I do. So, in my opinion, we should fire Carter. We should sack Carter. We should dismiss Carter. We should let Carter go. Se dice mucho de dejar que se vaya. Yeah. Tenemos que dejar que se vaya. Carter, tenemos que dejar que te vayas. We have to let you go. Se dice mucho esto en inglés para suavizar el quedas despedido. You're fired. You're fired. All right. We have to let you go. We have to let you go, Carter, because you're a weak link in the chain. All right. Page 88. The third paragraph. Paragraph 9, creo que es 9. 823, but I'm not sure. Hold on. I'm not sure. Yeah, I can't see. I think it's 803. Yes, I think it's 803. Estamos en los 800. Because the one just before was 799, right? Yes, the 800. Paragraph 803. They're very, very small. The print is very, very small, you see. And so these little numbers here are difficult to see. And I don't have problems with my eyes. When I do this, some doctors write to me, especially eye doctors. Ophthalmologist, ophthalmólogo. Ophthalmologist is the official word. But normally in the United States, we say the eye doctor. El doctor de ojos. The eye doctor. And so I receive emails from the eye doctor offering me free. They say, come for a free checkup. I'll give you a checkup for free. But I haven't taken advantage of that. I haven't taken advantage of that. Page 88, paragraph 803. There was an overbooking. Esto me pasó a mí. Yeah. Amabilidad de guerrillas yo lo llamo. Ser amable consigue cosas. There was an overbooking in el aeropuerto. Un overbooking. Se dice overbooking aquí, ¿no? There was an overbooking, and everyone was shouting at the poor girl at the check-in counter. When it was my turn, I smiled. I smiled at her and said nothing. She upgraded me to business class. This happened. I was in the airport. Well, really, I was in the airport with my wife and family. No, only my daughter. This was 1983. Yeah, 1983. My daughter was 3 years old. My son would be born 1 year later. And we had 3 tickets to go from Madrid to Dallas. And, no, from Madrid to New York. And then New York to Dallas. And it was, economy class, normal, tourist. And there was an overbooking. It was a 747, a jumbo jet, que tiene la chepa arriba. Okay. And people were angry because there was an overbooking, and the girl was offering the opportunity for a free hotel, free dinner and things, and to go the following day. And people were angry with her and shouting at her. When it was my turn, I simply smiled and said, wow, tough time. She didn't upgrade us to business class. She upgraded us to ambassador class. Clase embajador, which is in La Chepa, in that upper part up there. It was fantastic. My God, it was like and so we crossed the Atlantic in the most comfortable way imaginable because she liked us. She liked me and my wife. She liked us because we were nice. We were nice people. We understood her tribulations and trials. We understood her problems. We were nice, very courteous, very polite, and we smiled. And we were put in ambassador class. Okay, ambassador class. So there was an overbooking, and everyone was shouting at the poor girl at the check-in counter. Sí, la mostradora del check-in, sí, así también. When it was my turn, cuando era mi turno, cuando me tocó, I smiled at her and said nothing. She upgraded me to business class. In my particular case, I didn't say nothing. Aquí hay una doble negación en inglés, pero no dije nada. I said, tough day. Tough day, día duro. Tough day. And she upgraded us. It's interesting. She just, on the computer, bueno, computer tenía, no me acuerdo, in 1983. She said, here, os he subido a clase de embajador. Yo, wow. All right. And it was interesting because in that ambassador section, you have to go up little stairway in the plane. And there were about maybe 20 seats. Only my wife, my daughter, and me, and 2 other people. The rest was empty, which means that girl in the checkout counter didn't upgrade anybody, and there were seats available. But I suppose that the política de la compañía, the policy of the airline was you can upgrade, but to ambassador class, no, except in very special cases. And I suppose in my case, my wife and my daughter and I were a special case. Who knows? There was an overbooking. There was an overbooking, and everyone was shouting at the poor girl at the check-in counter. Aquí at dos veces. Shout at. To shout at es gritar a alguien de forma enfurecida. To shout to is gritar a alguien para que te oiga. Manolo, tu paraguas. I'm not angry with Manolo. I'm shouting to Manolo. Not shouting at. Shout at, you're angry. It's the same as to throw. Lanzar. If I'm angry at you, I can throw this pencil at you. However, Paula, toma. I throw it to you. No. Okay, here, toma. I throw it to you. So to throw at is con saña. To throw to is transferir. To shout at is con saña. To shout to is para que te oigan. All right. A la segunda, sí. Okay. Page 88, paragraph 804. I won't go. I won't. ¿Eso qué es? I won't go. No iré. I will not. I will not go. I won't go unless you come with me. No sé que te vengas conmigo. Que tú, ¿se puede decir así? O que vengas conmigo. Yeah. I won't go unless you come with me. Es que es curioso. ¿Te vienes? Sí, me vengo. Okay. So it's strange. Spanish is strange, okay? I won't go unless you come with me. You got me into this mess, and you're going to get me out of it. I can't believe you gave my name as a reference to the Zombie Protection Agency. Wow, la Agencia para la Protección de Zombies. Toma. The Zombie Protection Agency. I can't believe you gave my name as a reference. You see, I have a friend who's crazy about zombies. Yeah. It's his favorite type of movie, zombie movies and things. Now there's an agency, agencia, agency is un club, but they call it the Zombie Protection Agency. The Agency for the Protection of Zombies. Okay. Now, in order to become a member of the Zombie Club, you need to have a third party, un tercero de referencia, third party reference. And he put my name. I said, what? I have no connection with zombies. And the last thing I want is to be a member of the Zombie Protection Agency. So, mi amigo me metió un buen lío. I won't go unless you come with me. Sí, voy a ir a la sociedad esa y para que quite mi nombre. I won't go, no iré a no ser que vengas conmigo. I won't go unless. I won't, will not. Contracción. I won't go unless you come with me. You got me into this mess. Tú me metiste en este lío. You got me into this mess. And you're going to get me out of it. You got me into it, you're going to get me out of it. You got me into this mess, and you are, contracting you are, and you're going to get me out of it. I can't believe you gave my name as a reference, como referencia, as a reference. I can't believe you gave my name as a reference to the Zombie Protection Agency. Crazy, crazy. How much time, Marta? All right, I'll do one more paragraph, and then we'll stop. This is an easy paragraph. Everyone needs to be at the factory at 7:30. The bus will leave at 8 o'clock sharp. At 8 o'clock sharp. Anybody arriving after 8 will miss the trip and lose a week's salary. This is a very important trip. This is a very important trip. And everybody needs to be at the bus at 7:30. All right, everyone needs to be, at the bus, no, at the factory. Everyone needs to be at the factory at 7:30. The bus will leave at 8 o'clock sharp. Anybody arriving after 8 will miss the trip and lose a week's salary. Be careful, because if you oversleep, si se te pegan las sábanas, if you oversleep, you'll lose a week's salary. Weeks, apostrophe S, salario, sueldo de una semana. A week's salary. If you miss the bus, So everybody needs to be at the factory. Everyone needs to be at the factory at 7:30. The bus will leave at 8 o'clock sharp. Sharp is punto agudo, pero en punto en este caso. A las 8 en punto. 8 o'clock on the dot. All right. Exactly 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock sharp. The bus will leave at 8 o'clock sharp. Cualquiera que llegue. Cualquiera que llega. Anyone arriving, ¿no? Dice arriving, yeah. Cualquiera llegando en inglés se dice. Anyone arriving after 8 will miss the trip. Es una excursión. And lose a week's salary. Yeah, it's a trip for 1 week visiting the different dealerships. Los concesionarios de la marca. Por Castilla-La Mancha y Andalucía. And we're going to visit every one of them for 1 week. And anyone missing the trip, of course, has missed the experience. It's a working trip. This is not a pleasure trip. It's a working trip. We'll have a good time. We'll have fun. But we want to visit the dealerships and understand the operations in situ. So don't miss the bus. The bus will leave at 8 o'clock sharp. Anyone arriving late will miss the trip and lose a week's salary. All right, how much time, Marta? Do we have time for anything more? Oh, I still have some time. Okay, we'll go on to Paula Eisenbach. Remember Paula? The German girl who lives in Heidelberg. Yes. Well, she's working with an American boy by the name of Tom Sanders. Paula Eisenbach. Aquí tienes los dos. En el piso, apartamento de Tom. All right. And they're working, drawing cartoon scenes for Disney, Walt Disney Corporation. Scene como es el visto. He visto muchos pájaros hoy. I've seen a lot of birds today. Sin embargo, escena, escrito scene, se pronuncia igual, scene. He visto una escena. I've seen a scene. Yes. And in this scene, they're drawing scenes for Walt Disney. Tom Sanders is from San Diego, California. Paula Eisenbach is from Munich. But both of them are in Heidelberg, a beautiful university city along the Rhine River. The Rhine, we say the Rhine, along the Rhine River. It's very beautiful. And they are both studying graphic arts at Heidelberg University. And Tom Sanders, in addition to studying, is drawing different characters and scenes. Characters son personajes. Characters and scenes for Disney. But he needs help because he has a lot of work. And so Paula helps him, and Tom pays her to help him. And she's learning a lot because Tom is very artistic and he's very good with technique. His technique is excellent. And Paula has less discipline in technique. So Paula wants to learn. So they're working together. And in tomorrow's class, I'll come back and we'll go through this episode, which is an interesting episode, concerning Paula and Tom. See you tomorrow.